At the beginning of this paper, we're going to discuss some definitions that are used to understand outdoor education and to become familiarized with the different techniques of learning outdoors and outdoor education. Outdoor education can be simply identified as experimental learning in or about the outdoors. The term outdoor education, however, is used broadly to refer to a range of organized activities that take place in different ways in the outdoors. So outdoor education is not just learning outdoors. It is learning about the outdoors. It is becoming familiarized with the outdoors. It's a lot of different things, not just learning in an outdoor environment. Learning by doing. This is a lot of kids. A lot of kids are learning by doing or hands-on learners, in which we'll talk about in just a minute. So learning by doing is a concept in economic theory by which productivity is achieved through practice, self-perfection, and minor innovations. And then kinesthetic learners. They are the hands-on learners. They learn best by moving their bodies, activating a large or small muscle as they learn. These are the hands-on learners, or the doers, who actually concentrate better and learn more easily when movement is involved. I am definitely a hands-on learner. I love to be able to go in the classroom and read over the material and do an assignment in the classroom and then go outside and visualize what I'm actually learning about. I feel like it lasts longer with me. I understand the material better. I think a lot of kids are hands-on learners. They are doers. They want to read in the books and mentally understand what they're doing and then go outside and be able to visually see what they're learning about. I think all of us would love to be able to do that, and I think a lot of kids would be able to achieve and be more successful in their education if they were able to become hands-on learners as well. Now we're going to talk about some of the literature review I found and the effects of it. There was a lot of positive effects of outdoor learning, positive effects in the short term, but also continued gains in the long-term memory. Within these broad trends, there can be extensive differences between different types of outcomes. So the outcomes can be different, but a lot of the outcomes were all positive. Outdoor education recreation programs can impact positively on children, such as their attitudes, creating independence, creating self-confidence, creating positive self-esteem, good social skills, and good communication skills, and it can build teamwork. Also, in the literature review, fieldwork can also have a positive impact on the long-term memory due to memorable nature of the fieldwork setting. So I kind of talked about this earlier. When you're a hands-on learner, when you're able to mentally see it in the classroom and you're discussing it, you're talking about it, but then to be able to go outside and to visually see it, to work with it outdoors, use your hands, creates a memory. It creates a visual setting, so you're creating a memory right there, and it's gonna last longer than just working in the classroom and trying to understand it just in the classroom and not hands-on. Effective field work can lead to individual growth and improvements in social skills. There can be support between emotional and mentally with influencing the others and providing a bridge to higher outdoor learning. So fieldwork can create, a lot of good positive skills for children, especially teamwork, that's a big thing. Self-confidence, a lot of kids today are, battling different, being bullied or, different things as children, and building strong confidence and strong social skills, building friends and that teamwork again, and self-perfection within themselves says a lot for kids in today's society. That's important for kids to have a positive look on themselves and a positive look in education, because education is important. So next we're going to talk about the case study that I used in the research paper. The case study was the effects of outdoor education programs for children in California. The study focused on 255 sixth grade students from 4 different elementary schools who attended 3 outdoor education programs, and the study asked 3 different questions that we're going to talk about. So the first question was, how does participation in outdoor education programs impact students' personal and social skills? Well, again, this was one of the findings we found. It creates positive attitudes, creates positive social skills and communication skills again. The second question, how does participation in outdoor education programs encourage students to show their care for the environment and their appreciation of the importance of the wise use of natural resources? We didn't really talk about this, but outdoor education does create a positive look for nature, creates you to become one with nature. Kids are able to learn a little bit more about the outdoors, the outdoor environment, what it entails, and details on that, along with, those different learning skills we talked about at the beginning. The third question the case study asked was, how does the science instruction received through the outdoor education program increase students' knowledge and understanding of science concepts? A big outdoor education is usually a science project. I know most of my field trips entailed some kind of science behind it, and so while the kids are learning about science, they can take that outside and create a positive effect on their learning while discussing science concepts. Now we're going to go ahead and conclude the research paper. In the opening, I discussed my experience with outdoor education. That story was there to tell you my timeline, to let you understand that, when I was a child, outdoor education was very important to teachers, and it was important that teachers gave that to the kids, and that each kid was able to experience learning hands-on. And today, I don't see that very much. I don't see a lot of teachers trying to let their kids experience outdoor education. And I'm a true believer in outdoor education, and I believe that's important in an everyday learning process. I mean, you don't have to learn outside every day, but I think kids should experience that, especially when it's something in the science program that you're able to take them outside and visually show them what they're learning about. I do think that's important. In the introduction of outdoor education, we defined outdoor education. Throughout the paper, we evaluated and analyzed how outdoor education impacts children, the multitude of positive effects it has, and concluding outdoor education programs need to increase due to the benefits for children. We discussed the positive effects of long-term and short-term memory, the positive effects of their kids' attitudes, the self-confidence it creates, the self-perception it creates, good social skills, good communication skills, and of course it builds that teamwork in which the bundle of positive effects it creates is really beneficial, and I think more research is going to come out and it's going to show, and outdoor education programs are going to become more popular within the next 10 years. We can definitely cross our fingers and hope for that. The positive effects it has on fieldwork effects, again, that's the one with nature. Kids are learning more about nature, which is also a good aspect to have. And then we discussed this case study. It showed those same results. It showed positive effects for different skills for kids, different attitudes and self-perception again, and it showed that fieldwork won with nature. My recommendation for outdoor programs, again, I'm a high believer in outdoor education, so aiding more education programs to take part in outdoor education. Programs need to understand that the continued field trips and visits remain beneficial. Programs need to understand that they are important, that they are here to help the kids and continue to try to remain in kids' education process. Students learning in outdoor education must move forward. Children learning through outdoor education has shown many positive factors into why it shouldn't depart for future work. Understanding the large amount of ways that children reported learning and the special benefits from which they learn will help programs in which will maximize outcomes. To conclude, I just want to again say that outdoor education is important, and I think it is very beneficial for kids, and it should build up in the next 10 years, and we should see more of it, and I hope to see more of it. And that is the major reason why I chose outdoor education as a research paper. I highly believe in it, and I think we don't see it very much today, and that we should definitely start seeing it more today. So I just want to thank you guys, and I look forward to speaking to you again. Thank you.